Chemo brain is the informal term for cognitive dysfunction that happens during or after cancer treatment. And honey, it's not in your head, except, well, it is, but not in the gaslighty kind of way. What are the symptoms, you ask? Well, you cannot focus during conversation. I would be talking sometimes on a podcast, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what was I talking about? Or somebody on a podcast would ask me a question during, after treatment when I was like just recently out. And I would be like, oh my gosh, I already forgot what it was. So let's talk human stories, okay? Because while the science is real, so is the absurdity of it all. Janice from Milwaukee. I left a loaf of bread in the dryer, okay, and thought it was my sweater. Okay, you think that's crazy, but it's not. And she says, I sobbed and then laughed so hard I forgot why I was crying. Yeah, because you're like, first of all, it hits you like, oh my God, what is happening to me? What? I'm just like, and you cry because it's like, what's happening to my brain? And then you just laugh because you have to. You have to. Lila in Austin. She says, I gave a big work presentation over Zoom and called my boss mom. Not once, but twice. He's never looked at me the same. Oh, Lila. Oh, Lila, Lila, Lila. When I got cancer, something woke up in me. I tapped into my self-healing powers. I started visualizing light moving through my body and things began to shift. Oh, honey, I'm not special. You can do this too. Your body knows how to heal. You just have to listen. My book, The Golden Bridge, shares how I did it and how you can start. Let's heal. Hit me with a storm I never saw coming. Stage 3 breast cancer. But let me tell you something. When the storm passes, something beautiful can emerge. I know because I lived it. Get This Off My Chest is my story of transformation. It's about finding peace, joy, and positivity in the middle of the hardest battle of my life. This book is for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges, especially when it comes to your health. It's not just another cancer memoir. It's a guide to reclaiming your life, your joy, and your power. When I was going through cancer treatment, I made a choice to laugh through the chaos, to surround myself with love, and to embrace every single day with gratitude. I want to share that with you. Get This Off My Chest is about shifting your mindset, flipping the script, and learning to find light in the darkest moments. Because I believe that transformation is beautiful, and every challenge, no matter how hard, is an opportunity to rediscover yourself. So whether you're fighting your own battle or supporting someone you love, this book is for you. It's for the warriors, the survivors, and anyone ready to live life with joy, strength, and a whole lot of humor. Get your copy of Get This Off My Chest. It's available on my online shop, www.thestateofgraceshop.com. Your journey to healing starts now. Act 3. Deep Science Breakdown. Let's geek out. Let's geek this out. Let's nerd it out, baby, with love. Okay? All right. So, why does chemo brain happen? All right. Number 1, neuroinflammation and oxidative stress. So what happens is chemo ramps up inflammation, which fries your brain's ability to communicate smoothly. Yes. So again, it's almost like it seems like almost like radiation of the brain, like it's kind of frying it a little bit. It's kind of scary. But anyway, I think it's reversible, and whatever is not reversible, you live with it. You survived it. That's all that matters. So, chemo plus stress, you have cortisol overload. If you have too much cortisol, it shrinks the hippocampus. So, bye-bye memory. So now it's the fun part, which is practical tips for the comeback. Let's get into it. All right. Here's your brain rehab cheat sheet. Number one, write it down, honey. Use planners, sticky notes. Hello, love these all over my place. I also have these. I'm not going to show you what I wrote, but I have these, put them all over. I mean, I have these little clipboards and I put all of these cards and I have these stickies all over. Okay. Phone alarms are also great to remind you. Like if you have a meeting and you're definitely going to forget when you have chemo brain, you set an alarm. And also the iPhone has, I think, the memos, which they actually, you can write why you're setting the alarm. Okay. Number two, brain rehab cheat sheet point or bullet point. Play brain games. Yes. Okay. Studies show that consistent training improves neuroplasticity. I'm going to tell you what I did. I went to Duolingo and reviewed my French and learned some Italian. Also, other brain games, Lumosity, Brain HQ, and even an old school crossword puzzle works. Eat like a brain queen. Oh, yes. So I'm going to give you some foods that are going to help your brain. Blueberries, they're memory boosters, and they're delicious. Who doesn't like blueberries? Turmeric is an inflammation fighter. Also, it's kind of like a cancer fighter because it is an inflammation fighter. So there's a lot of spices that you want to take not just during chemo, but after. And I'm going to do a whole episode on foods to A, reduce your cancer risk, and B, have a healthy life. Yes, and I'm going to give you exactly what I do, what I eat. It's all very, very planned and structured because I ain't playing. All right. Another thing that you can do to eat like a brain queen or king is walnuts because it has omega 3s for brain structure. Yeah, so omega 3s are very important for the brain. Kefir and sauerkraut, like I said before, you guys, it's gut healthy. And the healthier your gut is, the more clarity you're going to have. Because remember, your gut and your brain are connected. Everything in your body is connected. Remember that. So our medicine, Western medicine, separates everything. That's the way they do it. That's fine. But it's our job to do the holistic kind of structure and healing also with food as medicine. Honor your sleep. Why, you say? Because sleep is detox for your brain. A dark room, that's very important. That's what I started doing. I have curtains, it's dark. Magnesium and a solid wind down routine are goals. So studies, by the way, show that poor sleep, you have worse brain fog. Dancing. Oh my God, I was dancing last night. Mindfulness and meditation. All you need is 10 minutes a day. It can shrink stress centers in the brain. Laugh. Why, you ask? Well, honey, laughter boosts oxygen, lowers cortisol, and resets your system. Also, it releases endorphins, which are the pleasure hormones that actually lowers your stress. Finding joy in the fog. Yes. You're like, how the hell do you do that, Grace? Well, I used to feel embarrassed about all the chemo fog and the chemo brain and all that stuff. But you know what? No one's keeping score. We think people are watching, keeping score. They don't care. They're busy with their own lives. They're busy. Do I look good? Is my fit good? They're lifing. Their life is lifing, right? So life is improv, babe. You forget, you pivot, and you laugh anyway. Laugh at your fog. Be gentle with your comeback. Share your story. You'll be surprised how many people whisper, "Me too." If this episode made you laugh, cry, or feel a little less alone, share it, tag me, review it, and invite someone else to this healing party.